our duty.
Clive, where the hell is everyone?
They're all right.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins. Most of the more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's thing.
Then I'll check the works.
All a few to my boils if Tyre ain't around, eh?
Master Sid, have you seen His Highness the Prince? We were to dine together, or so I was going to suggest. Before he vanished, that is.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. Sid's best invention. First opus. What would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Well,
Possibly.
opus. That girl's as tone deaf as, unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12, when she surprised us all. Not least her dad. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hit...
Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling?
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We definitely didn't break your... It sprung... Except... We just wanted to listen to... So we pressed all the buttons. Like this.
All right. Something caught.
Did you break? Can you fix?
No, I mean... There.
You fixed it. Sid, he more than fixed. Yeah. New music.
They started playing when I removed this.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you, Sid showed it to me once and said it was... Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye, aye.
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left.
Unless you've another word for stood up and... He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies.
No, we're not the Prince's keepers.
I'd rather he did so in bed. Much...
Why maybe sometime.
Then at least try...
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get... back.
Said her name was Lucy.
He's a surly soaker.
Sid!
Vaguely.
I'm afraid so. I fear the soil here... However,
I can't wait.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards. With Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears... I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients, the endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound.
And all you need...
That is correct. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only...
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much...
Sid! Heard you were in Canberra fetching young men.
Miss Shirley, how can we learn to be...
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone.
She can't...
Glory to Griga.
What's happened?
Tyre's busy working herself into an early grave. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary. Will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what...
I know better than to order Tyre to do anything.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Tyre, Rodriguez worried about you. We all admire your dedication, but...
I will. Until then, we owe him that.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone it won't be much longer. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But
how would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia.
You wouldn't. There must be something.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can... You do well to remember...
We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have... I can make the draft if you can bring...
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Law, but bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it, I'll make sure the other...
Thank you, Clive.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
worried about him. And you want my advice?
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flash... Seeing as how Blackthorn...
I'd speak... Well...
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay.
All right. I'll meet you by the forge, then. You come along when you're ready.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Lord Marquis, you seem unwell. I know His Grace has asked that I remain here with your people. But if you were to require my services, I could leave for the Free Cities at once.
Bloody hell, Clive. That remains... August tells me that the sight of it clearly upset you.
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help. If it weren't the ring, and...
It brought back some unhappy memory.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. And sometimes it doesn't.
Don't be like that.
Fine, if it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together. You've never mentioned him. Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost... The ring brought it all back. I could tell it fast has improved, though. More than I thought.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few...
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea. The fact is... So what? I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you... As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my art in because the curse breakers deserve better, and I refuse to be shot. Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? I doubt he'd be too happy. Then just this once. Swallow your pride and focus all your energies on keeping the curse breakers. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to...
What'd you say, Blackthorn? It's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, Where do you reckon old what's-his-name is?
In Dravost, my old village. He won't have left.
Dravost, eh? That rings a bell. Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravost as soon as you can, and I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. Good girl. You deserve a rest.
was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
Anything catch your eye? That all, is it?
Why?
Ready, girl? Safe. We didn't mention his spiders can be the size of curls. Hopefully one will be enough. Rodrigo will prepare the other ingredients by now. Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting...
Why are the gates?
Chief's orders. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. I suggest...
That's what I'm trying to do, you look. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snot?
No.
Long time no see.
What the hell are you doing?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull.
All right, just...
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch.
Go on, then.
So this is not much going on.
It's a smithing. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the... Clive, you're good with people.
Hey, you ain't back...
There's a river of bad blood. But if someone can build me a bridge...
All right.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I...
Forge on the hill.
Good luck.
Would you like to see my wares? Go safely now.
Never in all my long years have things been as bad as they are now. Without magic.
Sorry, but if none of you lot can smell ore. What's the point of mining this shit if no one...
Watch it, stranger. There's a fault up ahead. Take a look if you want, but slip and you won't be coming back.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did? Fuck! We're getting nowhere! These bearers' flames are next to bloody...
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find...
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to fight, that prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here.
All right.
guess.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well,
There'll be no talking him round.
Which is what, if we're to help, what turned the village again?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. The burden of leadership. There are two kinds of smiths in this world. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk, and the other kind, who are in it for different people like Zoltan, whose work is quick, the kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats, and bit by bit. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road until the crystals run out at any rate. Without me...
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a... What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive, Dravozd won't last long without its furnace, so... Do you think it's time we shed Sid's bellows the way I see it?
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over them, and you'd be throwing it away?
All right. This place was your home. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever... Let this be another step on the road to Dravozd will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it, of course. It's like hearing Sid.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you all? And I've got a job for you too, Clive. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Time for a spot of hunting, man. Let's make this quick, shall we? Thanks, Cal. I dare say that would be enough for a decent set of bellows.
What's this all about, then?
Dunno. Some kind of new invention.
Any trouble finding? Nothing I couldn't. Right then. Time to put these. Everyone pulls their weight. We'll be.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's...
You know what this means?
Sorry about earlier. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. What is it?
Pet Cole's cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our fort. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent no amount of sleepless nights at the Anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. But he took all his... Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not...
Well, you know what they say. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tight. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets...
See that you both do.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Cole said it was an army of Acacia.
Thank goodness you're...
Is this what you need?
Yes, I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but a single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain. It may be a gentle way to die, but I wish there was another one.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just...
Thank you, Daya. I'm...
He's gone. Thank you. And you, Clive?
Oh, see that he...
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles. On the front lines of some meaningless... I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents to treat the wound, but in such blighted lands, I was next to useless.
An art we would be lost.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the...
And the kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might... A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment. I've no tears left. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change, and we need to be the one.
And we will.
I hope so.
Gentlemen. Yeah, well, the whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see eye.
Oh, but that reminds me.
Pick old Cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to...
I'm sure. He didn't...
Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me. There's no greater honor for a smith. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness. But I will, mate. And if that helps save even a single life... What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying... Sounds like I better get to work.
It's good to see...
Was I? Oh, yeah.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are.
A little healthy competition should be...
You're not wrong. It's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygone... No use grumbling about it now. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as...
What's that for you, dear? That it? Fine.
He's a surly soaker.
Sid,
Here.
What an amazing specimen. When I successfully grafted... It is just as I hoped. Witness how the more... Beards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with... Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield... Well, a result.
I'm glad I could be of this.
You've not only helped us, Sid. Do you recall the extract with which I took a moment to distill some more? But this time, with the petals from the invigorate... Morgan, you must accept this file as thanks for your assistance.